Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining tonight. Just a few quick housekeeping tips and reminders for you. The first is that if you want to ask questions at all during this session, please hover and you'll find the Q&A that looks a little bit like this here, and type your questions into the Q&A. We have disabled the chat, so that's the only way that you'll be able to submit your questions as you have them. Also, please note, you'll only see me and our representative tonight. You are muted and your video is off, so we won't be able to see or hear you. So again, entering your questions into that Q&A is the best way to get them resolved. And of course, if you're interested in signing up for more sessions, we highly encourage you to do that, and you'll find that on the IACAC website. And last but not least, the recording of this session and of all of our sessions will become available in the future. So please make sure that you check back on the website if you would like to rewatch this session or if there's another session that you were hoping to attend. Thank you so much. Enjoy.
All right, hello, I'm Chrissy Grotsky, and let me get my slides up here. And so I'm here to tell you a little bit about Michigan Tech. And so today I'm going to use some videos that I have of some students. I'm going to tell you a little bit from my own experience, but hopefully you'll be able to learn a little bit more about why tomorrow needs Michigan Tech and why tomorrow needs you. So to start, just a little video to get us going.
This journey started with me, but it's become so much more. Up here, your friends become your family. It's not always easy.
Or not. We'll just keep moving on. Looks like there's a little technical glitch with that one. So we at Michigan Tech have about 7,000 students. We're located in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and we have about 5,800 undergraduates on our campus. Now, we're best known for an engineering school, but we actually have over 120 areas of study. So there's lots of things that you can do, from your standard business and computing to more specific degrees like audio production, sound design, English, things like that. We also have a variety of accelerated master's programs, which means you can go one additional year at Michigan Tech and earn your master's. As you can see, we keep adding them. We almost need a new slide. At Michigan Tech, we're academically different. And what I mean by that is we really do spend a lot of time making sure that you have the hands-on experience that you need in order to grow as a student, but also as a professional. And Megan Frost, who's the professor that you see here, one of the things that she always says is she loves getting students into the actual research, into the laboratory, because that's where you can really see what their passion is all about. So we will give another go at another video here, hearing from our students.
I chose Michigan Tech because it was far from home, but also had in-state tuition, and the people up here that I had talked to before I came, like far as faculty and staff, were really accepting, I thought. So I came and there was like great opportunities for me. I joined research right away. So I've done research for the past 4 years here. I've worked in a research lab. I've done SURF, which is a Student Undergraduate Research Fellowship program they have here. They have REU. I've done that as well. It's research experience for undergraduates. The kind of research I've done as an undergraduate here at Tech so far is I've made medical devices. I've also worked on looking at cures for diabetes and sickle cell. I've also made medical devices to deal with those type of diseases as well. So I've done quite a few things. The best part about my major is you can go into anything, right? You have knowledge in mechanics, you have knowledge in electrical engineering, you have knowledge in coding. So like, if you want to, you can go into automotive, you can go into quality, you can go into medicine, you can go into cosmetics with chemical engineering. So it's a very broad spectrum. I think one of the best things about being here at Michigan Tech is that you can express yourself, and there's always a place for you to go. There's multiple different circles that you can fit in of people, right? People I've known in high school who are outcast, you know, can come here and still find a group that fits them. And that's one thing I think is really special about Michigan Tech. And then here, you're also not a number. We're small enough to where you can have connections that are intimate with like your faculty and your staff members. So I like that a lot. Faculty and staff.
We also have what are called our enterprise teams. And so they are student design teams where our students are able to get experiential learning outside of the classroom. And these are all student run. And so I'm going to let you hear from one of our students who is on one of these enterprise teams, but also just to give you a little bit of background on why she's at Michigan Tech.
One of the nice things about tech is they teach you how to learn. I think I ended up hearing about it a little bit later in high school because my math teacher in high school actually went here. And they had a really good software engineering program from what I had looked into, so it was definitely at the top of my list. And when I came and toured here, it was pretty much, it sealed the deal. I would definitely say like the courses prepare you for jobs after school. I guess it's not really an extracurricular, but I'm in the Husky Game Development Enterprise, and I'm really enjoying that whole experience. I love my team, I love the project we're working on. I get to manage 2 of the teams in the enterprise, which has been like a huge learning experience for me as well. I've got to learn it from like a programming standpoint, I've got to learn it from like an artistic standpoint, and I've gotten to learn it from like kind of like a management level. I think the one thing that I would say to myself going back is that like you don't need to know everything coming in. Just have confidence in like your ability to learn and like what you're working on. I would say like join organizations on campus, get involved. It's a good way to meet people, it's a good way to network, and it's a good way to like build up your support network. My first year I was very hesitant to like put myself out there and try new things because I was so worried that I was so far behind everyone else because I didn't have these computer science classes in high school. But you know, everyone was in the same class as me for a reason. Like we all started off on level ground and we were able to learn at our own pace from that point. And I think since I've like learned to take more risk, I've been able to learn more and just develop more as like a student, a professional. We have beautiful winters up here. It's like a Christmas movie every day. There are some logistical problems with that sometimes, you know, getting your car out of the snow, but it's really, I really enjoy it. Like I'm not huge on snow, but it's a different experience up here, I would definitely say, especially with Winter Carnival and everything. We really take it from a whole new angle. I just like walking around. I love broomball too. Oh my gosh. Broomball has been top tier the whole time I've been here. I love playing broomball. But watching broomball games at Winter Carnival, going and getting the free hot chocolate from the Cocoa Shack, and walking around and looking at all the ice sculptures and snow sculptures. It's just a good time.
There's also experiential learning that happens as part of capstone programs like you see here. The students that are working on this team are actually part of what is called our senior design. It's part of our engineering program. And so they're actually working on a team that is coming up with a stent that can be used in infant heart surgery. And so this is an opportunity that all of our engineering students have. We also have some field study programs as well, and I will have another student tell you a little bit about their experience with that and why they chose Michigan Tech.
I visited Michigan Tech the week after Winter Carnival, and among all of the ice statues and the 10-foot snowbanks, I saw the warmest, most inviting community. And I wanted to go to a school that was academically excellent, but as well harnesses an environment that promotes that. And I knew Michigan Tech would be the one. Originally, I came to Tech as a chemical engineer, and before quickly realizing I had no interest in that, I was trying to find a new major. And because of Michigan Tech having a large variety of options for me, and I had family members who also came and graduated from Michigan Tech, I was able to find my new major, wildlife ecology and management, and now I could not be happier. I love the opportunity to get hands-on in my coursework. And with my program, we have an integrated field practicum program where we take our coursework into the field. This gives us a lot of opportunity to both learn how to manage the land, but also see the beautiful areas around the Upper Peninsula. One nice thing about the School of Forest Resources and Environmental Sciences is that they will do their own career fair every year in the fall that will be more tailor-made for the students in their program. So it's a lot easier to find a job and internship that will pertain to your major. So here at Tech, I've been involved in the Superior Wind Symphony for all 4 years I've been here. I've been a tuba player, and I auditioned my first semester here, and it's been probably the best stress relief I could have. And we play some of the greatest music under the director Mike Christensen, and it was one of the best choices I made coming up here. I would tell a prospective student to take the leap. Take the leap to change your major, take the leap to join an organization, and take the leap to go to Michigan Tech. It was here I was able to become both successful academically and socially because I took the leap.
Something seems to be working, because we actually have a 93% placement rate 6 months after graduation into a permanent job, into graduate school, or we do have some students that go on to the military. We do have Air Force and Army ROTC on our campus, so those students go into direct service after they leave Michigan Tech. Our average starting salary is right around $65,000 per year. So not only are they getting jobs, but they're getting really good jobs. What you see here is our biannual career fair. We have one in the fall and one in the spring. This year we're going to go virtual, so we'll see how that goes. We usually have over 415 companies on our campus. And if you remember back to where Houghton is, the truth is we're not somewhere people come by accident. They come because they're looking to recruit really high quality students that they know are going to do wonderful things. Now the students here are not only going for your standard jobs, but they're also looking for internships and co-ops at the career fair every year. We do more than just academics. We have about 230 student organizations for our students to get involved in. What you see here is our crazy pet band. We do not have a marching band because hockey is one of our biggest sports. Marching on ice, not so awesome, but we have a lot of different ensembles if you want to get involved in music, including an orchestra or choirs. We have great theater department as well that you can get involved in. Lots of opportunities for community service and leadership, including fraternities or sororities. Lots of opportunities for if you want to do different cultural programs, study abroad, all sorts of crazy fun stuff, including intramurals with our biggest intramural sport's called broomball, and it's played in your gym shoes on the ice. Same rules as hockey, but you use a broom and one of those round balls. It's a lot of fun, and there's even a cocoa hut. We have a Michigan Tech, we're actually from our ski hill, you can see here. We own our own ski hill called Mount Ripley. So a lot of our students ski or snowboard or learn to ski or snowboard. We're a really cool place to get involved in anything outdoors. So if you like to kayak, canoe, mountain bike, backpack, rock climb, any of that sounds cool or interesting to you, we are a great place. Now you don't have to do that, but it's definitely one of the advantages of being at a school like Michigan Tech. The best way I can show you is to actually take you for a ride. Find at most places. Now, as I already mentioned, we're Division I for men's varsity ice hockey. The rest of our varsity sports are Division II. You can see all the teams here. We have a new team, which is our co-ed athletics, our esports team. So if you're big into video gaming and your parents always told you to stop video gaming and hit the books because video gaming wasn't going to get you anywhere, it actually can get you a scholarship at Michigan Tech, believe it or not. We also have club level sports. They compete against other colleges and universities, but not at that varsity level. Like for example, you don't see men's soccer on here, but they do compete against other colleges and universities, just not at the Division II level. So there are other teams, rugby, lacrosse would be some other examples. Now we also have intramural sports, as I alluded to earlier. So if you just want to play with your friends and have a good time, you can do that too. So lots of ways to stay active at Michigan Tech. There's just some quick nuts and bolts. It's free to apply. Our application's already open for those of you that are seniors. For juniors, it typically opens June 15th. For most of our majors, there's no essay required. So the exception to that rule would be anything under visual and performing arts. So sound design, audio production, theater performance, theater tech. There are more components that you need to do for your application for those degrees. Now, in a typical year, you would submit your high school transcripts and your ACT or SAT scores. This year, because of all the craziness, we would like you to submit your official transcripts. And as long as you have above a 3.0 GPA, that should be sufficient. There may be a few exceptions. If it's below that, we would like to see ACT or SAT scores. If that's not possible, let us know and we'll work with you to find a solution. And then usually we're on what's called rolling admissions, which means that we start reviewing applications right away. And within 2 to 3 weeks, you'll hear back from a response to us. So we're constantly reviewing. So it's really up to when we get everything as far as when you get a response from us. Your application for admission is also your application for scholarship. So for most of our merit-based awards, we will use your application for admission. There is one exception. There's actually a couple exceptions. The biggest one is our Leading Scholars Program, which is our top scholarship program that has an October 15th deadline and requires an essay and a letter of recommendation. So if you're interested in that, you'll want to get your application in as soon as possible so that we can get you the information about the Leading Scholars Award. We also have other need-based awards as well. So including a big grant program called the University Student Award that goes up to $12,000 per year. So the truth is that Michigan Tech can really be an affordable option for you. There's lots of ways to finance your education. Our net price calculator on our website is going to be the best place to go for information on that. Of course, I can tell you tons and tons of stuff today, but the truth is the best way to really get a sense of things is to visit campus. Currently, actually today, we just started having visitors back on campus for this fall. So you can go on our website and schedule a visit. While you're on campus, you will have VIP access to any of the events and activities. It is a little limited right now because of everything being a little bit crazy. Now our groups, we are doing everything we can to keep you safe. So there'll be less than 30 people in any given room and 10 in each of the tours. So masks are required, temperature, gauging, all of that sort. So we're doing everything we can to keep you safe in these times, but still give you access to our campus. And just a final note before I start to take questions.
What will the future bring? Up here, we ask a different question. What does tomorrow need? At Michigan Technological University, we design, invent, code, and create. Where humanity intersects technology, where passion aligns with purpose. You'll find us with our sleeves rolled up and grit under our fingernails. We make medical breakthroughs. We operate robots to help screen for Alzheimer's, find new sources of energy and automation, and delve deep underwater to monitor our Great Lakes. No one said it would be easy, but at Michigan Tech, we don't expect it to be. We know the future will need answers, and the future starts now. Tomorrow needs Michigan Tech. Tomorrow needs you.
All right, I try to leave a lot of time for questions, so that's my contact information. So if there is something that you either don't want to ask right now or think of later, it can all be right there. What questions do you guys have for me? I just opened the question box. So, and just in case you've never used this before, it's kind of like down on the bottom. There's a thing that says Q&A and you can type in any questions that you have. Okay, well, seeing none. The one thing I will do, since we have a little bit extra time, there was a couple of slides that I had hid because of time to make sure that I could answer questions that have to do a little bit more with scholarship. So let me go through those. All right. Here we go. I'm going to share my screen again. All right, let's go backwards. Okay, so the Leading Scholar Scholarship, which is the one that I was talking about, is our top scholarship program. So for 30 Michigan residents and 10 non-Michigan residents, it's our top scholarship. So for Michigan residents, they receive full tuition, room and board plus $1,000. And there is also finalist awards that are $10,000 each. And then for non-Michigan residents, there's 3 full tuition scholarships and 7 $20,000 per year scholarships. So you do need to do an essay and letter of recommendation in order to qualify for this particular program. For Michigan residents, which I'm guessing most of you are from Illinois, but in case anyone snuck in here from out of state, because I think it can be open, we do have scholarships based on GPA, ACT, or SAT score that range from $1,000 to $5,500 per year. And they're based on GPA, ACT, or SAT score. For those of you that have not taken a test, that's okay. We're going to have an alternative method for you, and more details will roll out with that in the next few weeks. And the same is true for non-Michigan residents, which most of you guys are probably qualifying for here. So it ranges from $8,000 to $15,000 per year. And again, it's based on your high school GPA, which is weighted, as well as your ACT or SAT scores. And again, we are going to have an alternative if you're not able to take that exam. So these are automatic awards. If you have that, that's what you'll get right off the bat. So those are the 2 slides that I had hid. Is there anything else that I can answer for you? Otherwise, I will let you guys have a little bit more time left to your evening. All right, well, wonderful. If there is anything, please let us know. Otherwise, have a great evening. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, everyone, and thank you, Chrissy. Just a reminder, you will get a quick survey after this. It's just 4 questions if you wouldn't mind taking a second to fill that out. And always feel free, you can sign up for more sessions. We'd love to see you in more of these sessions, and that recording will be available for you later. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.